can I get rid of attachment to things? How to be free from being attached to things?
Well, the first step is to stop using them for gaining pleasure. So you have to refrain from obtaining pleasure through the things you're attached to. Because attachment is inseparable from the notion of being pleasant. Whatever it is. If it's your house, if it's your spouse, your children, your friends, attachment to them means to that degree there is a degree of pleasure in them, in their company, in their presence, in what they can do for you, what they can provide you with, and so on. So you have to basically stop maintaining that attachment through constantly exhibiting the behavior of gaining pleasure through them, and then start seeing the opposite, that it's actually not pleasant but dangerous
to be attached.
To be attached, yeah. Because if you start, all you have to do, like say in terms you attach to your house, all you have to do is start pondering, thinking on the quite a real possibility of losing it, like through natural catastrophes or anything. Basically, things can happen that are beyond your control. They can happen at any time to you, and then you realize that your whole world of dependence upon those things, that's what attachment is, it's going to be swept away with it, and it's very dangerous. So when you recognize that perilous situation, you are right there in it. You will want to be not attached to those things, and that's the first step, really.
But must you throw those things away?
No, see, destroying those things does not free you from attachment of the things, because the attachment is not the things; it's your attitude in regard to them. Now, it's the most natural response. Then, like when person, I'm attached to this, I'll throw it away. I'll break it apart. I'll say no to it. But that doesn't affect your mind, your attitude of attachment, which means another thing will slot in instead of it. Sooner or later, you're going to give in. So in order to free yourself from attachment, you need to basically discern the reasons for your attachment. And things are not the reasons. They're the objects of your attachment. The reasons is, fear for your life, fear for your safety, fear for your health, fear of boredom, fear of not having anything to do, fear of loneliness, all those things that people are afraid of, and that's why they attach to other people and to other things. So that's what you want to overcome, those fears, and not act out of those fears. And the very first step of overcoming any fear is being aware of it, admitting it, discerning it.
But you can't tell from somebody's outward appearance that they are free from attachment.
No. A person can be, theoretically, can be living in a very nice house, a very comfortable life, have lots of luxuries, but internally genuinely not be attached to it. But it's highly unlikely today that that will be the case, because it takes a lot of effort. And if a person is able to make that effort and gain that wisdom, they wouldn't be investing all their time in maintaining all those things and luxuries. They'll probably be giving it up naturally, not as a response of, oh, I'm bound by this. I'm sort of trapped by my attachment, so I'll just destroy the objects of it and pretend I'm not attached. No, they would be overcoming it through proper understanding. They would be removing the actual attachment, not affecting things. So then if something were to happen to those things, they wouldn't suffer on account of it. But that doesn't mean they seek out the destruction of those things beforehand in order to prove themselves that they're not. If you need to prove to yourself that you're attached, means you don't know. Sorry, if you need to prove to yourself that you're not attached, means you don't know that you're not attached, means you're doubting. It means you are attached. If you're not free from doubt, you can't say you're free. So outwardly, it's not a measure of attachment. A person can have a big family, many children, but not actually be attached to them if he has wisdom. So he'll be helping them, being there for them, but if something happens, he won't be distraught and completely kind of unable to continue his life.